Who are you, Gabriel?
What the hell happened to James Wan? He left the horror genre behind to go make Aquaman cool and shit, and now he's returned to it, mostly. This was billed as a pure horror, and thus had me going, oh my god, this is the man who spawned double-digit Saw movies in a Conjuring cinematic universe. We're gonna be hearing about this shit for the next 10 years constantly. It also had me going, fuck yeah, I love Conjuring in the Saw, this is gonna be awesome. And Malignant is about a woman who experiences a strange event when an intruder breaks into her home, as intruders are wont to do, and brutally murders her husband and then attacks her, giving her a miscarriage and leaving her in the hospital. And then she starts experiencing these strange visions, seeing the killer murdering other people as it happens. And she begins to think that the killer might have something to do with her past, which she can't remember. Ooh. And while the film does have moments where it feels incredibly over cheesy, or it really like it's bigging itself up a little too much, it's really overconfident. It's also not a pure horror. It's got elements of everything Wan's ever done, because it's got a heavy focus on the police characters investigating the serial killer, which is all Saw. It's got the moment, like, light-hearted moments in between the horror and the kind of heavy-duty, emotional, family-related sappiness of any Conjuring film. And then it's got something about it, mostly into the third act, so I don't really want to spoil it too much, makes it feel like a superhero film. Or at least a supervillain film. It's Venom. It's scary Venom, okay? I didn't want to say it, but there it is. It's scary Venom, okay? And the whole thing, weirdly to me, it feels like it could have worked better as like an 8-episode miniseries, because there's so many twists in the plot. There's so many genre changes almost throughout it. It really feels like there are distinct, discrete 20-minute parts to the film. And if you just extended those out a bit, you could have made like 8 40-minute episodes. You could have had more fun with these characters, developed some of them more. That would have been great and interesting. You could have told more backstory. And there's times where it feels like a lot's been cut out of the film. There's one sequence in particular where the main character's sister goes to this abandoned hospital, and it feels like there's a lot more was meant to happen there. Nothing. Barely anything happened in the end. So I definitely feel like it could have worked better in that format, but I enjoyed this in spite of not knowing which genre I preferred it as, and so I'm giving Parasite 64 out of 100. Like it's like he kind of came back to the horror genre, but had this voice in the back of his head controlling him, making this into like half actiony, thrillery, superhero-y, villainy type thing instead of outright horror like he normally does. Which is ironic if you've seen the film. And if not, then it's kind of another spoiler. Subscribe.